Hi everyone, welcome back to Brain Dump, a show where I talk about pretty much whatever I want to talk about. I'm your host, Kai. Sorry there was no episode last Sunday. I had my midterms last week, and I was at the library constantly. There was no time to write an outline for an episode, so I apologize. I just had to take last Sunday to get my life together for midterms. Let's see, what else has been going on? I had my first in-person therapy session since my therapist went on maternity leave, and it was a really good conversation. But overall, I was telling her that I'm doing really good, because I mean that. And she goes, "Is there something under the surface?" And it made me sit back, and I'm like, wait, what am I pushing away? And we talked about, when I was a kid, I kind of had to fly under the radar to avoid conflict, so my brain is wired to automatically push things away. Like recently, I'll notice myself thinking about one certain thing, like if that's giving me anxiety, I tell myself no. Like, don't let that affect you, and I try my hardest not to think about it. I'll cloud my thoughts with literally anything else. But of course, my therapist is so smart. She says I have to feel the feelings, because it's important to feel the feelings, It's important to go through those thoughts when they come to mind rather than avoiding it, so I'll have to get back to you guys on how that goes. It was all because I told her about my sleep schedule. I go to bed around 9 p.m., if not like 10:30 most nights, but I wake up at like 2 a.m. because my anxiety won't let me sleep, and I can't go back to sleep. I don't know if I talked about this in the last episode. It's really annoying because my routine lately has been if I wake up at 2 a.m., I'll usually go to Hot Works by 4 at the latest. Maybe I'll go for a bike ride, and then after that, I eat breakfast and I journal, and then I go to the library to do school, even on a Saturday, because I'm probably going to go to the library today. And honestly, lately, after I spend a good 4 hours at the library, I'll go to Hot Works. Hello? I think my mom's alarm is going off. Okay, this is embarrassing, but it's what I do. I don't care. So part of one of my wellness assignments, so I'm taking a wellness class this semester, and one of my assignments is submitting my walking logs. So I have to walk 1 hour per week and show my heart rate, blah, 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 whatever. So I have to walk. Luckily for me, I always walk because I'm always pacing. So there's like a little racetrack around my house. Not an actual racetrack. It's just you can walk in a circle in my house, and it's nice. And so I put my noise canceling headphones on, and I pick up my book and I read while I walk. And I'll do that for like an hour and a half. I'm killing two birds with one stone because I get my quote-unquote workout for my class, and I get to read something, which is, something I really like to incorporate in my day. I've seriously read 3 James Patterson novels in the past week and a half. They're just so good, and such easy reads, honestly. Also, something that's been on my mind lately is homophobic people, because what the fuck? So, I have people in my life that just, don't talk to their parents anymore, or their parents don't talk to them because, they were outed, and that irks me from the inside out, that you refuse to love your child, the person you literally birthed, because they want to kiss girls. I simply don't understand that thought process, and I don't care what anyone says. If you disown them for being gay, you don't love them. They'll always say, "I love you," but no, you don't. Don't excuse their blatant homophobia just because they're family. It's ridiculous how people treat their children for doing just what makes them happy. I find it appalling. Sorry, it's disgusting thinking about it. Love your child, please. Jesus Christ. Okay, let me talk about this for 1 second. Let me put you on. Okay, so I started going to Hot Works, which is like an infrared sauna gym, blah, blah, blah. I've said it 100 times. I know I'm getting annoying with it. Anyway, I started going in July. Let me tell you, I have never felt and looked so good in my life. I'll be in the sauna thinking to myself, I am doing such a great thing for my body by being here. It just makes me feel so good. I've never, even though I'm literally getting 2 hours of sleep, it makes me feel so energized. I love it. So, if you're interested, you should go. It's really great. You know what else I love? You know where I love being? Coffee shops, libraries. Not even that. Simply places you can sit down and read or study or do whatever the fuck you need to do on your computer. Panera Bread is so great. They always have really good music playing. And of course, the mac and cheese is a plus. I don't know. There's something about studying in public. I feel like there's some sort of pressure to constantly be doing work because I know people can see me. And I know that's dumb, but I think working on my school stuff in places like that really helped me get shit done. Okay, anyway, let me get to the actual topic of this episode, which is outgrowing people and relationships. Specifically those relationships where you still have a lot of love for that person, even though you'll never cross paths again. So there's approximately 2 people that I went to high school with that I still talk to. For so long, I was confused and left wondering, what are the ways I could have done something differently to prevent that? But we outgrow people, and that's okay. There are so many people that I'm so, so grateful to have met and that they were a part of my life, but they're not here now, and I know everything happens for a reason. You can have so much love and care for that person. No matter how badly they hurt you, you still think so highly of them because there were good times. There were amazing memories, but this version of me now doesn't align with that person anymore. This is such a confusing age because we're all changing so fast. Life can get in the way and make things hectic. And it just seems like everything's crumbling. There's just so much going on. But we literally have free will. Isn't that crazy that us as human beings can make decisions about who we want to include in our life? I know who no longer serves me, and I can make the conscious decision to remember them for all the good and not how badly things ended. That's how I give myself that peace. It's a gift to myself because my anxiety makes me literally spiral and do stupid shit when I don't have answers or closure. I act irrationally when something would trigger this, but I feel like I've had a lot of time to reflect on that, and I realize I don't want to do that anymore because it's not benefiting me in any way, and it's only making the other person's life more difficult. Finally, seeing it all clearly for the first time, for so much of my life, I would beg and beg for people to stay, but it is not worth it. Like I've said 100 times, some people have served a purpose for a certain time in my life, and once that chapter is over, we move on. Bye-bye, maybe see you later if we ever see each other again, but that's just likely not going to happen. I used to look at this negatively because growing up, all I wanted was a big group of friends, and all of a sudden, a majority of the people, you love just stop talking to you, and sometimes there's no explanation, and that fucking hurts. Those people aren't supposed to be in my life anymore. That doesn't make them bad, that doesn't make me bad, it just makes us human, because sometimes humans can be stupid, and I can say dumb shit that literally changes everything. Sometimes people's values or beliefs change, and that can contribute to outgrowing people as well. The most important thing, at least for me now, is not forcing a relationship, friendship, whatever it is when it's over. You know when something has run its course, and the best thing you can do is to let it go. It's not worth all of that pain and holding on to a person or people that don't want anything to do with you. They don't want to see you ever again. And you've just got to accept that. It's exhausting, and it drained all of my energy for a month, an entire month. What can I do to make it up to them? Nothing. You fucked up, and you've got to live with it. The thing about outgrowing people that is scariest to me is the change aspect. I know I need to, practice what I preach because I'm always saying how good change is, because it is, but it's also uncomfortable. I know that that's the only way I'm going to grow, but I don't like the change of not being able to reach out, all of these people that were there for me during a really fucking difficult time in my life. I don't hear from them anymore, and it took me so long to accept that it's going to be okay. It's just going to be different. I had someone tell me about a month after I got out of the psych hospital that you're different, and that does not feel good to hear because they meant it negatively, I know that, but here's the thing. I am different. I don't care if I get annoying talking about my experience at the psych ward. It was traumatizing, and I do 100% believe that I am different since I got out of there. There are so many things that I have changed about myself since I left. While all of that was changing, I realized my personality was shifting too. Honestly, I was mean to people. I can't, there's no one to blame but myself. I was going through a really shitty time, but that doesn't give me any right to do some of the things that I did. I was shitty. And once I realized the shift in my personality, I also realized that most of my friendships were just so surface level. I didn't care about anyone but myself. I was only paying attention to me. I was so selfish and I'm trying so bad to hold myself accountable. I'm trying to be better. Also, like I said before, this is such a weird stage in our life where things are just changing so quickly. You could be at a totally different stage of life then than what you were at 6 months ago. And that just means you're growing. At this point, I'm just no worries. That's my life motto. If you wrong me, no worries. There's no use getting angry or dwelling because it's over. No worries. I won't go out of my way to talk to you anymore. It's also strange reconnecting with someone from my past because when we hang out, they're like, "You're so different," in the best way possible, not like that negative comment I got. And I'm like, so are you, because truly some people just need time away from each other to grow. I'm gonna end this episode here. I'm so sorry. I've been doing such short episodes. And I think last week was okay, but sometimes my brain doesn't got that much to dump. So there's gonna be episodes that are 10 minutes long, whatever. Anyway, well, I did have midterms last week. I have more this week. Yes, college. So after this, I'm probably gonna go to Panera Bread and study because I need to. But yeah, I will talk to you guys next Sunday.